Okay, let me just tell you. I have been one of the few defenders of Christian rock for a while now. And I gotta say, I don't know if this is what I deserve for defending this genre. I am aware that it's the redheaded stepchild of the alt rock community. With bands like Creed and DC Talk, there's so many more. It's just. I get it. I get why people have just pushed this genre completely out the world. I mean, Newsboy, Jars of Clay, Audio Adrenaline. Contemporary Christian rock music is just. It's pretty bad. It can be horrible. But it's not all bad. There are some good ones. There's some really good ones. I mean, you got your Mute Math. You can't read the shirt, but it's Mute Math. You've got your Five Iron Frenzy ska Christian. You've got your Chevelle heavy rock Christian. And you've got a couple of others with Reliant K, Switchfoot even. Admittedly, not all the music from these bands is good, with the exception of Mute Math. But that's part of it. You can't expect every song to be good from these guys because that's how it is. They get a little too into their own religion heads and things happen, but they make good music. So, I'll tell you why I'm a little upset about defending this, because 2 records in a row now I've had a slap in the face from 2 of the few bands I defended in this genre. And now I'm not sure I want to defend the genre anymore because it's just bad. Ugh, I get it, Creed's awful, but this is not about that. So first, this is a Switchfoot review, if you didn't get that. We're going to review Switchfoot's new album. That's right, this is Switchfoot's new album, Fading West. Got the nice colorful insides and everything. Yep. Alright, so let's get into that. But first, some history on Switchfoot. They're an alternative rock band formed in San Diego, California in 1996. Switchfoot actually started off as a band called Chin Up. It was consisting of original lead singer John Foreman and his twin brother Tim, along with Chad Butler on drums. After playing only a few shows, the band was contacted by a music veteran, Charlie Peacock, to sign them onto an indie label, Rethink Records. And they finally switched. They signed on under the current Monkey Ear Switchfoot. And they went on to distribute the first 3 Switchfoot albums: The Legend of Chin, New Way to Be Human, and Learning to Breathe. Because Rethink was bought out by a Christian giant, Sparrow Records, before Switchfoot's first release, the band and Peacock's intentions, marketing outside of the Christian music scene, didn't happen. The band was mostly marketed to Christian radio and retail sales in their early careers. It was tough, because they didn't consider themselves that at first. Anyone that knows them still considers them that, but they reached some fame when they were used in the movie A Walk to Remember with Mandy Moore, and that led them to signing a major commercial release after their song Only Hope was featured. They signed on to a major record company with Columbia Records and put out The Beautiful Letdown. I consider this their first record, because it's really the one they became themselves. But it's not. Okay. This album was huge, though. It got platinum records with huge singles. I mean huge singles. Everybody knows at least one song from Switchfoot, and that one song was everywhere. Meant to Live was this single that brought them to rock heaven. I mean, they were everywhere on the radio and every station, not just Christian rock. With that one and Dare You to Move, they made a name for themselves. But they were never able to follow it up, at least not really with a strong release. In 2005, they put out Nothing Is Sound, but it just didn't do what the first one did. And they still followed again with another album after that, called Oh Gravity in 2006, and they were having trouble, so they actually quit their major record label and went independent, and didn't put out an album for a long time. And eventually, after some EPs and a best of, entitled The Best Yet, they put out Hello Hurricane, and that was the album that got me back on their feet again. They played everywhere. This album was huge. It got songs on the radio again. It's their huge, biggest single since Meant to Live. And this song was awesome. They put out Mess of Me, which was on every radio station that featured rock music, as well, following its second single, The Sound, John M. Perkins Blues, and that was everywhere as well. This album went on to be a huge career restarter for these guys, and they put on another one called Vice Versus just a couple years ago. It was huge, so I was really excited for this, because they would have been 3 in a row with awesome albums, but this one here, nope, not so much. They're not doing it for me. Let me tell you what kind of an album this is, and it pains me to say it. Alright, Switchfoot Fading West, let's go through the tracks. Love Alone is worth the fight. Opens with a very new wave poppy song that reminds me of why people hate Christian rock. It's just everything I hate about Switchfoot. Then their bad sound when they weren't popular. It's like, alright, it's just one song. They fall off. Not every album of theirs has every good song, and most of the good ones don't have every good song. So let's continue. Second one, Who We Are. It starts with a human metronome. Just him, 1, 2, 3, 4, sort of the U2, uns, dos, tres, catorce, ambano, I can't sing and count in Spanish at the same time, whatever. After that, they go into a guitar riff, but then they continue down the crap spiral. One of the most annoying songs I've heard in a long time. It's just really irritating, because it starts off so strong and it falls so far. When We Come Alive, the next song on here, starts off with bells and back up with Christian chorus. After the Christian chorus, yeah, you got it. They continue down the shit spiral. I'm going to use that phrase here because it really is. You know where they're headed. It just keeps going. Pop, rock, crap. The next song on here, Say It Like You Mean It, is the only saving grace. The only thing that reminds me of the Hello Hurricane Vice Versa's band that I was ready to review. It's a huge song. It's awesome. It's the only song, maybe one other, that are really worth listening to. It's an in-your-face guitar rock song with strong vocals from John Foreman. But that doesn't last. After that, The World We Wanted comes in. It leads in with a guitar acoustic line and some drums before taking us back into synthy Christian rock crap. Yep, crap. I meant it. Slipping Away, it's so pop that it hurts. I thought they were bad at first with this album, but when this song came around on the thing, I was just like, oh my god, are you seriously doing this to me? Oh god. It's seriously awful. What the hell happened, Switchfoot? I don't get it. BA55, I hated it first, but I think it's just because it was surrounded by all these crap songs. Actually, it's a decent song. Upon second listen, I found a little bit more here. Still a decent song, surrounded by crap. That's it. Let It Out. Here we go. Let It Out. It sounds like Owl City and Justin Bieber had a baby, and that baby's vomited out a Christian rock song. And that's what we got. It's awful. All or Nothing at All is another crappy synth-led song. Who knew? But at this point in the review, I've just become so angry and violent at this point when I was listening to this that I just couldn't take much more of this. I was like, thank God, there's only a couple left. We get to Saltwater Heart. A weird monotone like pop campfire sing-along, but it isn't good. No, not at all. Not at all. And the last song, thank God. Back to the beginning again. And the ending is worse than I could have ever imagined. It throws out one of the worst Christian rock songs I've ever heard. I don't know if I want to defend the genre anymore. I'm serious. It's just, you have murdered me, Switchfoot. You have murdered me. Have you heard it? It's tough because when you review an album this bad, you don't know where to stand against other things, but one really good song, one okay song, the rest is crap. I gotta say 1 star is the best I can give them because it's just that bad. 1 star. Recommended songs? Yeah, there's just one. Just one. That's it. Alright. Recommended song is When We Come Alive. I'm just kidding. Say It Like You Mean It is the only good song on this album, and that's it. If you don't like this review, I'm sorry, but this was not what I expected either. Check out Say It Like You Mean It, otherwise go back to Hello Hurricane, The Beautiful Letdown, vice versa. This is not what you want. Spare yourself the headache. Alright, thank you.